What's up, everybody? I'm back at it again. PJ Maxx here. Phew. I know when I first started this journey, I wasn't feeling good. Even the first year of just trying to get healthy, get fit, just fit mentally, physically, and spiritually, I was not acting good. I wasn't acting like myself because I was carrying around them demons, man. And people don't understand. You just gotta let everything go. All the past bullshit, drama, your own wrongdoings, others wrongdoings to others and yourself. You gotta let all of that go. And you just gotta focus on trying to get healthy, y'all. You know, I was a messed up motherfucker, man. Especially when I was out on the streets. Even when I was in the military, I was just fucked up mentally. I didn't tell nobody that, but I was. But you stay consistent with it, man. You start feeling a little bit better. And every day, I'm starting to feel a little bit better. You know, just a little bit better. No, is my life perfect? No, it's not. It's a messed up life that I live. But at least I'm feeling a little bit better, you know? A little bit better. Shit. Trying to stay consistent with it, y'all. It's really hard to, man. It's really hard to stay consistent with it. It's really hard to stay consistent with it sometimes, y'all. I'll be honest. I'll be honest. You know? You try and you try. And you try and you try, man. I haven't been I haven't been crazy consistent with it. But you know what? I'm at least hitting this 3, 4 times a week. At least doing a little workout. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta stay consistent with it, y'all. And let go of all the bad shit, all the negative shit, all the toxic shit. You know, you could be been a dope head, a sex addict, just a murderer, just a straight criminal, or you know, you could have been hitting licks left and right, been a dope dealer. Just turn away from all of that, y'all, man. And then you will eventually see that if you can let all that go, your life can feel a little bit better. It may not feel like, good all the time. My life isn't good. It's just like, it's a mundane life, really. But it's better than what I used to live. It's better than what I used to live, man. Let me see. A year and 7 months ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I was fucked up. Even when I was still working out and I was fucked up. I'm still trying to stop doing stuff like smoking weed. You know, the last time I smoked weed was last Sunday with a friend, but you know, I haven't smoked since. You know, I was smoking every freaking day for a while, for years. Except when I was in the military for a year. I didn't smoke nothing. I didn't smoke no weed. Yeah, and like, even though I had all this baggage, you know, I was holding on to it, and maybe I still am. I've told my people that, just people, friends, family, church people, church leaders, whoever, that I've wanted to serve. You know, that's my calling, man. All the other shit in the past, I'm done with all that shit. I'm done with it. But I realized, even with all that baggage that I did have, maybe I don't need to serve. Maybe I need to spend a couple more years just focusing on myself and healing, man. But I do go to church. I do the communion sometimes, and have people dip the bread in the wine. Try to help out in their food pantry a little bit. That's all the service I probably need to do, man. Even though I want to serve, I think it's a good thing to do. Military, police, firefighter, whatever, and it could potentially be good money. It could get you set up for the future. I already tried it. I already messed it up, man. So that, and I've still messed up. My last, mess up. You know, it just made me think, like, maybe I don't need to serve. My last mess up of just being on the streets, being fucked up mentally, physically, spiritually, was like a year and a half ago. Year and a half, 2 years ago. And I'm done with all that shit. I'm done with, and anybody can say that, man. And I've said it before. I've said it before. That I'm done. I'm done. But I am done, man. I am done. I think you can actually 100% tell when you're done, man. Shit, man, like, I don't hang out with people. I don't go out and hang out. I don't like hanging out more than an hour. If I do go out, I don't really like hanging out more than an hour. I'm not a social person. I'm not. I'm trying to heal, dude. And just being around people, that's distracting me from my own problems and what I need to focus on. You know what I'm saying? So some of y'all need to focus on yourselves, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get back to it. Just stay consistent, y'all. Stay consistent. And hopefully you make it. I'm praying for everybody to make it in life. To have a better future, to have people in your life, to have company, to have family, to have peace, to have freedom. You know, we don't know what's gonna happen in the next 1, 2, 3, 4 years from now, man. And that's the thing. You should focus on your health, your physical, your spiritual, your mental well-being. And when you can focus on that, you can really start pouring out into other people in terms of, your experience and what you've been through and what you've done what steps you've taken to try to heal. I've already taken many steps, And I'm still working at it. And I hope in a year, 2, 3 years, that I'm in a better spot than what I am now. You know, if you don't believe in the Lord, if you don't believe in God, if you don't believe in Jesus Christ, this is the time to start believing, you know. This is the time to start believing something greater than yourself, yo. Honestly, man. Because if I had not believed in Christ, man, I'd probably still be on the streets. I'd probably be in a way worse predicament. But I already know anything could get bad. Anything could get good. Anything could be all right and content. But shit could always be worse. You know? So that's why you work to try to prepare yourself for the bad, good, ugly, everything. You know what I'm saying? I've been an ugly person in the past, man. You know, ugly, nasty, disgusting individual. And I beat myself up about it still today, man. Still today, trying to just... But you know what? I'm not the worst person. At least I look at myself and I'm like, I am a sinner. And I'm going to turn to the Lord and I'm going to stop everything. I'm going to 360 my entire life around. 360, man. Some people don't want to do the whole 360, man. But you got to. You got to do the whole 360. It don't matter who you are. It don't matter how good you think you are. You might be at a 300, but you got to do a whole 360. You know what I'm saying? Even a little white lie is not good because it distorts the perspective. See, if somebody told me a little white lie, and then I knew it was like, maybe this dude's lying. It distorts the perspective of what I have of that other person. And that perspective will never be the same until that person starts actually telling the truth instead of like little white lies. You know what I'm saying? It's 360. No matter how bad you think your behavior is, like, I'm trying to stop cursing, you know? Because the perspective of this thing is, you know, this dude's a foul-mouthed, toxic individual. I don't want to be around him. And not everybody who cusses seems to be a toxic person, but they may have slight traits of certain things that aren't really that good. Like cursing, man. Cursing is cursing. You know, you throwing curses into the air, man. You don't know what you're doing, man. You don't know what you're doing. That's why you gotta do the whole 360, man. If you don't want to, that's a life choice. That's a life choice. Like the LGBTQ folk, like, I don't hate them, but if they said they believed in Christ and they're still living how they're living, I'm like, you gotta do a whole 360, dude. You at a 280 right now. You gotta do a whole 360. And then that's the thing. People want to have their own perspective of what a good life is. And what I read is in the Bible is like you can't have your own perspective. It's rules written down, it's guideline, and it is what it is. If God says there's a sin and it is a sin, then it's a sin. It's as simple as that. And people want to make exceptions. Little white lies, hiding small truths, making up your own truths. It's like not a thing, dude. It's not a thing. Up there in heaven, there's no like, there's no freedom of religion how we have it down here. I wouldn't even say that. There's no religion. There's just one way of life, and that's it. You know, but people want to have multiple ways of life down here. And that's, you know, that is what it is. You can't really change that. But we can spread what the truth is. We can spread what the truth is, y'all. And they'll be like, what is truth? How can you tell us what is truth? Hey, read the Bible. That's all I can say. If you don't want to hear it from me, just read the Bible and you'll probably figure it out. I can't explain everything to you. You know? I'm not gonna hold your hand like a toddler. Because nobody can do that. Nobody can do that. Fuck, dude. Alright, y'all. Catch you on the flip side. Subscribe.